we are going in with a new deck idea called Treasure Blitz. Now, this is a deck idea that kind of mashes together two ideas that we've covered before on the channel. One of them being a just straight-on treasure deck, and the other one is the Blitz deck we did a little while ago. Now, I think this deck idea here gives us both an aggressive and late-game build all at the same time, but because of how we can produce so much treasure early in the game, potentially, we can ramp into some large creatures fairly early on. But not only that, we are running Kalain the Reclusive Painter. If you're not familiar with this one, when it enters battlefield, you get a treasure token, and other creatures you enter the battlefield, if treasure mana was spent on it, they enter the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter for each mana that was generated from a treasure for those cards. This means that if we play Kalain and just immediately go to a Ziatora's Envoy on turn 3, this means that this would have one treasure used on it, and we would have a 6/5 Trampler that would have the ability still to, when it does damage, be able to play cards off the top of our library equal to the damage that we dealt. So I felt like that was a really strong potential combo that we can go for. And in optimal sense, going from this to this for that huge, for even just one +1/+1 counter is a huge advantage, because that means that if our opponent blocks our creature and we get trample damage, we are increasing the odds of being able to play more spells for free off the top of the deck. But not only that, if we get it through, we could play something as high as Ziatora off our top of our deck for free, or even Goldspan Dragon or Workshop Warchief. So as you can see, we have some late game threats. Now, we didn't go heavy on the late game threat options, as we decided to play with some mid game options like Immersturm Predator, because this is a card that is very difficult for our opponents usually to remove from the board, because we can sacrifice other creatures to give it indestructible. But whenever this becomes tapped, it will also gain +1/+1 counters, and it also allows us to hate on the opponent's graveyard, because whenever it becomes tapped, we can also exile cards from our opponent's graveyard. So with that in mind, to round out some of our early game, we have the Shambling Ghast, some Underdogs, and some Requisitioners. These are all just some early threat options. We have an early threat in form of Valky, but we have a late game option in the Cosmic Imposter. Obvious use of Deadly Disputes as ramp, some Voltage Surge for some spot removal, Meathook Massacre for some sweeper, and the March of Wretched Sorrows, just because this is a pretty decent X damage spell that also gives us some sustainability against aggro decks. So that's the idea. We'll hop in some games and see how it works. On the open, I'm actually willing to risk this key. I say it's a little risky just because we need another to land here, but we managed to get it. Ooh, a cram session. Is this somebody that's doing a Arcane Bombardment build, kind of like how we did once before? If so, it would be interesting. We'll bring out Ziatora. This early 6/5 body should be difficult for our opponent to handle. Now, they always could just snap off the 2-cost removal that makes them lose 2 life. But we have to go for it. It's too good to pass up. Alright, let's see here. We'll go for the Shambling Ghast. We'll tack in. See what we get for free. Just a land. Bring it on green. And pass. I really want to hold up this Deadly Dispute here, because I plan on sacrificing Shambling Ghast, so that way we can bring out Goldspan with the extra treasures to be spent for Kalain, and give us a quick knockout on the opponent. let's go ahead and let that resolve first. See what they grab. They go for discard draw. Reconstruct history. Alright. Create treasure. Go ahead and pay with treasures. Just go ahead and put Meathook X0. Put X0 so that way if they block and kill Kalain, they still lose life. Alright, got the punt down super low here. We'll actually go ahead and use Deadly Dispute. We'll offer up this Kalain. And we'll pass it back. So, even if they go for a hard sweep, we can play Kalain, Blitz Underdog, and thanks to the Kalain, be able to pump this up for at least 5 damage. So, even if they go Farewell, actually no, I take it back. If they do Farewell, we'd only be able to get this to 4 damage. But, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Play this. Play Kalain. And Blitz, right? So, Meathook 1. Doesn't matter which one we keep. And since it doesn't matter based off their life total, we don't need to play the Kalain, so we'll just Blitz this for the win. There we go. That's actually how I was hoping to see the deck would work. Where, even if we get swept up by the opponent, we just keep going hard thanks to Blitz. Alright. I think this one's worth taking the key. It's a little slow because these will both come into play tapped. But we just need a mana of any color to be able to play this Fable. Come on, deck. Where's our land? Oh, look, Doomscar. Well, we'll bring out the Underdog. Sadly, we missed our land drops. Well, we'll attack. And we Voltage Surge. Now, I really wanted to be able to sacrifice that to get some card draw and potentially find ourselves our lands, but we have to keep Valkyrie off the board. But in which case, that's probably not necessarily Doomscar, but the Angel generating spell. We finally hit a land, but sadly this comes into play tap because it's land number 3. Get Fable going. Gonna have to potentially make some rough discard options here, just that way we can get mana. Discard, I think. There we go. We got a land. Go for green. We're gonna have to sacrifice this in an attack just because we need the treasures. I'm not willing to block. So we'll bring the Immersturm Predator down. And pass. Elsbeth. That's a problem.
I won't let a few thugs threaten this city.
So I don't get to know what they choose. Just simply that they target. So they can get flying. It already has vigilance, so it's your first strike, lifelink. So it are the two options really, because it's flying vigilant already. Try to think if I use this Wretched Sorrow just to kill it off. No.
Be brave.
No box. Get Goldspan. From Goldspan, we go ahead and attack. Make it look like we're actually attacking with this, but we're going to end up sacrificing this to a deadly dispute. Okay. We're pretty far behind the opponent just because of missing our land drops in the early part, so our greedy keep is actually punishing us a bit. But unless they have an answer to Kiki Jiki, I think we can recover.
You're safe now.
Alright, but it whiffs. All they get is a land off that. Okay. Trying to think what we can do.
So much for a peaceful resolution.
Let's see, 1, 2... I wish I could sacrifice Immersturm Predator to itself, just so I could deny the life gain. My goal right now is just to Meathook Massacre, reset this board state. So let's see. We can Meathook for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is just what we need. Alright, we go for the Meathook for 5. I was trying to think if there was a way for me to get some value off the Kiki Jiki there. Sadly, they get to keep their Youthful Valkyrie. Oh, actually, I could have killed the Youthful Valkyrie, and I should have actually have... so... What I should have done, because I noticed it now, was I should have made a copy of Goldspan Dragon, attacked with the copy. Because we need to keep at least a Goldspan Dragon for the extra mana for Meathook. We would have gotten the one more mana, so we could have used Voltage Surge, and we would have been able to kill the Valkyrie. Important to kill the Valkyrie, just that way they wouldn't get the oh, Haunting Voyage. Alright, that just brings back all the angels, so yeah, we definitely lose there. Alright, on this game, it's a much better hand. We'll keep this. Alright, so We might just sacrifice this Underdog, just that way we can try to play the Envoy. But then again, it looks like we might just go Deadly Dispute on Shambling Ghast, just so we can get rid of Golly Raiders, depending on what they choose for when their next creature enters the battlefield. More likely they choose a treasure. Now here's the question, do they go for the counter or do they go for the life gain? They go for the counter, alright. Let's go to combat first. Swing in. Interesting, they choose to take. I think we just developed the board then. Because if they bring down, Jetmir, be a little troublesome. Alright, a lot more play from Elspeth lately.
I'll be on the front. I'll be your shield.
What do they grab with mana value 3 or less? Has to be a permanent card. Extraction Specialist, okay. I mean, it's still a 3/2 lifelinker. So, nothing to say is a bad pick. Let's put pressure on the Elspeth. Okay, we lit the damage connect here. This way, Specialist loses its shield. Bring down Kalain. And pass back. Another Golly Reader. Okay.
Let's do this together.
So they pump that Golly Reader and give it first strike. No blocks. Deadly Dispute. Sacrifice. Get rid of this Golly Reader here. Attempt to, at least. A Wandering Imp. Okay.
I'm not overconfident. You're just a
Alright, yeah, that makes sense, because you use the -1 so that way you can use the enter battlefield to give this its plus. If we hit Meathook, that actually... I was gonna say, that actually shuts down a lot of this opponent's board. Problem is, it's... if we go for Meathook here... I think we're better off actually going for Ziatora. We use Ziatora's ability to sacrifice our Underdog and take out Elspeth. This way we have a lot of treasure here.
Isn't as bad as dying.
And Kalain with Ziatora means that we can blitz out an Underdog with the treasures, be able to do 6 damage to a target. But at the moment, we're looking at the fact that we're going to go for Meathook on our turn. We're gonna give up the Kalain combo, but we're definitely need to sweep up this board.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Is the opponent actually going to come in with the activate on land? Alright, so let's see how much damage we're going to take and see if we can just kill the land here. Or if we actually have to block this Gallagher. Alright, they're not attacking with us, we blocked the land. Yeah, this is just a case of block the land. And since we're going to be giving up Kalain anyways, we may as well use it in a chump block. Alright. Ziatora kills Emperor. Meathook.
Still have much to learn.
6. And opponent scoops it up. There we go. I think this is a pretty good start here. We'll keep this. Get our early aggro cards, and we get our Kalain. Seems awesome. Trying to think if we lead between our rogue here or our underdog. I think the answer is we lead with the rogue. This way, we're fine with trading this to get our treasure. Mono white, always with the turn 2 Aspirant. Get the painter on board. And we'll pass. Trying to see if we can get a juiced up Goldspan Dragon here. No blocks. Alright, Spellbinder for our opponent. They're gonna take Goldspan, there's no way they don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 1 mana short. Bring out the underdog. Pay for it like this. And pass back. So, if the opponent attacks you with Aspirant, we can block, sacrifice, get some draw, get another treasure, and then we can use Goldspan with 3 treasures. Alright. Drawn way too many lands. Alright, well, let's actually go Tibble. Right? I think we have to go Tibble. Otherwise we just die. Because they could just bring out another creature that seals away one of our cards. We can't block.
So you've seen through my disguise.
And we will take with us the Aspirant.
And away
Spire's just too dangerous to ignore. I mean, flyers are definitely bad for us. But this just keeps growing out of control, like any other threats. I just can't wait until you rotate. Yeah, we'll lose our Tybalt when the rotate happens, but yeah, see, there's Skyclave Apparition, taking away the other card. Now, Tybalt was a complete sacrifice play. We couldn't block for it regardless.
I won't forget your transgression.
Now, we can play this, but I think we might just lose if we go for it right now, so we're going to go for these. Counter on the Spirant, and pass. Good game. Opponent just is. Exile that deck on the creatures. Alright. It's a little awkward, but I'm willing to see where this one goes. Okay. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with. Oh look, it's exile.deck on creatures again. I don't think I have any ability to handle what our opponent's throwing at us. Because we're looking at Valor's Stance here to kill our Goldspans. They have... Ban this card! Yeah, no, I want this card to rotate. I just can't wait until rotation. Luminous Aspirant is just way too good for 2 mana. Yes, you have Brutal Cathar, and then you Brutal Cathar me again. I need a sweeper. We sacrifice the Valky, trying to draw something. We drew a Chump Blocker. Go for Warchief, get ourselves some life, hold up for blocks. This actually can't be used on it, but we're just going to see this come down, exile it. And if we don't draw a sweeper off the top of the deck, we just lose right now. Yeah, we just lose right now. Go for the cycle. March. Actually, we might be able to stay alive for this March. So, X3. Get rid of this. Go back up to 10. Now the problem is they still have this Valor Stance, so even if we try to block any of these... Alright. Opponent just has every answer they need. Oh, man. Alright, I'm going to keep this, because we can sacrifice this to Deadly Dispute, and we'll be able to get enough mana off treasures to keep playing. It's also just a nice 3-1 body to aggress the board, and holy cow, what is with my lands? It's either nothing or everything. Alright, deck. You know, I don't want to do that. I really don't. I don't want to give up that early aggressive body we have on the board. Alright, it's Angels. Go for the Fable. We'll attack into the Overseer just because this does give us a treasure if they traded, but 3 damage is 3 damage. We'll take it. Alright, so we're just going to attack in, force the Gaida to die in this exchange. If it doesn't, we just Meathook here. Because Gaida cannot be allowed to live. With Meathook on board, means that just blitzing this actually feels fine. Not only because we can push 5 damage in a attack, but we get the free card off of it as well. Ooh, this will allow us to blitz for a lot of damage. This is almost lethal levels of damage for the blitz. In fact, it is lethal if they take it, because Meathook Massacre will deal that final point of damage to them when this is sacrificed at end of turn. And that's a GG right there. Oh, that's an awesome card that it pulled off the top too. End turn, sacrifice, and Meathook finishes them. Now, that's what we're supposed to do with the deck. Now, granted, a little bit faster because of the lack of mana that we had, but that's what we were trying to do.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch in the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video and have a nice one.